Okay, I've been watching these MACD tested 100 times strategies on YouTube, so I thought I would go ahead and give them a test in the actual Tradingview strategy tester. So I'm here on the pound yen 15-minute intervals, and the MACD indicator, discuss what it's doing. Now, the theory is when the MACD, which is the blue line, crosses over the orange line, which is called the signal line, while being below the zero line here, you have a buy entry. And when the MACD crosses below the signal, which is blue below the orange, while above the zero line, then you have a sell entry. So I thought I would give that a quick test. Take all this code out of here, Control A, copy, open, put a new blank strategy. Paste all that code in. Rename my strategy to MACD backtest. Save. Now the only error is the study. Script must have study or strategy, can't have both. So let's get rid of the study. While we're at it, let's clean up what we did bring over. We don't need plot. We don't need the plot colors. I'm really only interested in this point and keeping the inputs and the calculations. So now we'll save it. Okay, so looking at the long condition, it's using a crossover of the first variable of the second. So the first variable for us will be MACD. Place that, and it's going to also be crossing over the signal. Crossing over the signal line. MACD crosses under the signal line. There. Alright, so that's almost the entire strategy. The only part missing is when you cross under the signal line, the blue crosses below the orange. You have to be well above zero, and looking at what well above zero is 0.2, so I'm going to go ahead and make it point. I think I'll try and keep these out of here. I don't know, miss out on those, do that. So let's start at 0.05, above and below 0.05, so we can keep this trade. So long condition and MACD is less than negative 0.05. MACD greater than 0.05. Save that, and that is pretty much strategy. Add that to the chart, and it's not great. We got a 0.86 profit factor, a drawdown of 0.11, and while we're right here, let's go ahead and change our initial capital to 1,000. Use an order size of 100 contracts. No, that's too big. 10 contracts. Okay. At this point, you have 7% profit. To change our currency to the dollar. Oh yeah. Here we go. Now we can increase the contracts. Alright. So you have 7% profit, 11% drawdown on $1,000 investment. So it's not great. one of the ideas that has been suggested, 200 trades. One of the ideas that's been suggested is you can add a 200 moving average so that it only enters when it's above, long entries are only above the moving average, and then it only shorts when it's below the 200 average. So let's go to the moving average, exponential, what that looks like. That's 200, style, thicker. Okay, so plan here is now to only take these long entries when you are above this line and only take the short entries when you are below. So because Tradingview already has a EMA function, we don't need to copy any more code. We'll just make the long condition and close greater than EMA close 200. And you see, put your mouse over the variable or the function. You're looking for EMA source and the length. Source will be close 200. Explanatory. And close less than EMA 200. So this will now only take the buy or sell entry when the close is greater or below the EMA 200. And that's also including MACD still has got to be below the 0.05. So save that and look at our strategy tester now. So it definitely improved it. We now have a net profit of 9.7 to 5. So that's basically 2 to 1. Your profit factor is much higher. The only problem is now you're down to 33 trades. So you went from 199 trades to 33. So you removed, most of your trades. Now, the reason why that kind of matters is because you have a list of trades that you started. So for 10 months, you're going to make, this started back in May of 2020. So for 10 months, let's go ahead and fix that properties again. There. Back to $1,000. So if you invested, and this doesn't even include slippage. So if you invested $1,000, you would have made $91 in 8 months. That's 10% profit, which is a lot, but we need to throw in some slippage at very minimum 6 ticks just to cover the spread. That's a very low spread. It should probably be closer to 1. We'll just be generous and let's stick at 6. And so now you've got an 8.7% profit with a 4.8% drawdown. It's not that good. And then go into the past farther. You can click on the first trade, and that will move your trading view to that time point of the first trade. Price scale, here it is. So the trading view took the first trade on the 7th of May. So from that point, we want to know how did the strategies behave before then. And we can now see they did not do good at all. This was now only $1 profit with a $82 drawdown. 8% drawdown is way too much. You can see from the graph it's not going very well. And so this is from the period of August 2019 to, Okay, so picking up right where we left off. We were looking at a small profit with a 8% drawdown. That's good, I guess. Still came out slightly profitable. Let's go back to the third period that Tradingview will let us look at. So I'm going to click on this. That'll take us to the last trade. It's August 5th, 2019. The replay on there. And now we are looking back from 2018 up to August of 2019. Overview on this. Now it did improve. So all three periods at this point are profitable. You have 12% from this interval, barely less than 1% from the middle interval, and 8% I think from the very first interval. So you're looking at around 20% gain with a somewhere around 8% drawdown, which is not unterrible. The 20% gain for about 2.5 years. So that gives you what is it, about 1% a month gain. It's not terrible. It's just not gonna get you past an FTMO challenge. Then while we're here, let's just look at how this behaves on some of the other currencies. Euro Japan. It's okay, but we're only looking at 17 trades. Alright, so looking at the other yen currencies, since we're tailored to that one. Strategy tester view. 4% profit with 1% drawdown. It's not terrible. US dollar, complete disaster. So here's a case where the 200 EMA totally did not help. Let's switch out to a higher time frame, even 1 hour. I mean, just not really doing much. Not an impressive strategy, in my opinion. It just gets so low, only 44 trades. It could be making very slow gains. Alright, so that's pretty much my video at this point on the MACD crossover tested 200 times, 100 times, 30 times, whatever times, depending on what attributes you require in your strategy. So I personally do not like this. It's not extremely slow growing if it grows at all, and it kind of just depends on really if there's like a big trend in the currency. Anyways, yeah, I will be next checking out the super trend.